I'm Banks.
I'm Josh.
Odd places going. Take it, Josh.
Viral and viral.
What
Thanks.
do you
Do
got?
you preach?
Do I preach?
You
Ooh.
preach.
I'm
Are you
thinking
a preacher?
it's like a religion. I mean, I look at preaching as religious. Um,
So, do you preach then or not?
Define preach.
I'm starting a church. In fact, we just started it today. We started a church that we're doing every Sunday. Um, and we preached about, I guess, all kinds of things. We talked about ignorance. We talked about what's going on in the world. We talked about why we're tired of not standing up for what's right. Why, because we were privileged. It's me and this other guy. We're both white. We're very, very privileged. We don't have to stand up because our lives are pretty good, but we feel like we need to start fixing some things in this world based on recent events. So we're preaching. We're preaching. We're getting out. We're extolling the word.
Extolling the word. Okay. All right. So then, because when I hear preaching, I'm going straight to religion. Preaching the word, preaching the word of the
Yeah.
Bible. So in that regard, so you're preaching the word of justice.
Let me redefine preach for you then.
Okay. Okay.
Let's consider preaching an articulation of passion.
Wow.
Do you?
Articulation of passion.
I just made that up. It just sounds right. You are
It sounds
articulating
great.
a passion.
It sounds great. However, that's pretty broad.
Is it? What are
That's
you
very.
passionate about? What are you passionate about?
I'm passionate about farming. I'm passionate about my
Do you
trees, my
speak about
plant.
farming? Do you speak to others about farming with a lot of energy and resolve? And does that come out when you talk about farming? How
Oh God.
amazing it is and how wonderful it
Oh,
is?
oh yeah. Oh yeah. So
You you preach farming. You're a preacher. Hallelujah. Congratulations. You're a preacher, sir.
now this can be sacrilegious. I mean, the way it sounds, it could be misconstrued as sacrilegious.
Oh, easy way around that.
Okay. What's that?
Start your own church or farming. Like we just started our own church. So we're
Okay.
preaching within our own church. That's not sacrilegious. It's sacrilegious if you're preaching in someone else's church. You can't do that.
Why not? What if you're invited to someone else's church? You could preach there, right?
Then it's okay,
Okay.
right? But I'm not preaching in the Church of Christ, for example. So it's not sacrilegious because it doesn't conform to that. I'm preaching the Church of Justice, Josh's
Okay.
church. In fact, we
Okay.
called it Fresh, Uncut Church of Knowledge or Karma. We're kind of trying to come up with a K word. Freshly Uncut Church of Knowledge
Oh
or
boy,
Karma or Kaleidoscopes
that's
or
nice. I know that acronym. That's whoa.
what, what acronym? You mean?
You're being
No,
sarcastic.
no, seriously, what are you talking about?
All right, so fresh F, correct?
Well, we want to keep it fresh, so it's always going to be current.
Okay.
We want it to be raw. We said we want it to be like
Okay.
completely uncut, right? So fresh, uncut, and we're doing a church. So it just made sense, but we just feel like there should be another descriptor on the end. We don't know what.
Okay. All right, so Josh. Okay. Define church then. What is church?
A church is a congregation of people and or beliefs that follow a set of principles. It's just a set of principles. A church is your set of principles. It's what you believe in, your ethos, your brand, let's say.
Okay. Okay. And from what I know of you, about 2 years, we've hung out for 2 years. From what I've known about you is you do stuff and
That's true.
you,
Wow, you know me really well. You know me really well, thanks. I do stuff. It's
hold
true.
on, I was finishing.
Shit.
I was gonna finish. You do stuff and you really you do stuff. How do I say this? I don't want to say you don't care about other
Preach it,
people because
man.
I think you do care about other people.
Yeah,
You do stuff that's fringy. This is kind of fringy. I mean, you don't think it's fringy.
maybe. A little fringy.
Yeah, it's a little out there. I mean, what are churches out there that are not affiliated with religions? There you go.
There's got to be a bunch out there. Here's the thing, though. There's like 3,000 churches of Christianity alone.
Okay.
I mean, versions, not like
Okay.
actual buildings, but
Right.
versions of it. Why can't we have our own version? Why can't you have a church of farming? People that believe in farming and all its principles and nature's principles, reality
Mm,
and virtues and benefits for the world.
sacred. I think the word is sacred.
Sacred. All
I think
right.
the word church is a sacred word that it denotes religion of some sort.
Or
Okay.
belief.
Oh, okay.
Religion or
Belief.
belief.
Let's go belief. Let's go. Oh, I don't really know that. That one's a tough one.
Ah,
I
because
don't
if you
know.
say belief, now that opens it up to secular ideas.
Right. I think. Wow, that was loud. I think it is.
You you believe in farming. You believe in the power of farming and growing your own food and sharing it with others, right?
Yes. Yes, I do. I do believe in that.
The benefit.
This brings up a great topic, and that is beliefs. I mean, I do not argue people's beliefs.
Correct.
If they have a belief, they have a belief. That's what we do. We
I
believe
believe you.
things.
I believe you.
Okay. And these beliefs, um, I mean, I will get clarification. I will. I don't know if I challenge them. I don't want to challenge people's beliefs because I feel like that puts them in a corner and that makes them defensive. And I do not like. I do not want people to be defensive. I want them to be as easy with me as possible. So not question. I don't question their beliefs. I explore what they believe to figure out. I try to be clear on it. So where was I going with this? So with you,
Yeah.
I don't want to challenge your belief. I want to explore this belief. So why? Here you go. Why do you, I use why a lot? Why do you have this strong belief to preach?
It's a responsibility. It's my responsibility to this is the value I need to bring to the world. Your value is maybe part of that is farming. You need to bring that to the world. Teach me about farming. Get me excited about farming. Maybe I'll start my own garden. Maybe I'll pay that forward to someone else. You don't know. But if you believe in farming and the power of it, you need to preach it. And if you're going to preach it within your own church.
Yeah, I just don't call it a church. I don't call it a church. I call it Here on the Farm Facebook page. Sorry, I'm pushing my own
Church of
little church.
yeah, it's a church. I'm
Um,
going to call it a church. I like your church.
what what if you like what if you called it? What if I did call it a church? You know, the Church of Farming, Church of Here on the Farm.
You know what I like about churches?
What?
Churches typically require you to have faith. They talk about things based on faith. And faith is a very powerful thing if it's used properly. So farming requires a lot of faith and some science, but it does require some faith. You plant a seed,
Yeah.
you believe that it's going to grow,
Uh,
right? You have that faith that it's going to turn into a tree and bear fruit. There's going to be a
yes.
harvest, right?
Yes. Um, I don't know if I would go faith. It's you know what it's based around? It's based around the moon.
Or nature science. Yeah, yeah. All right.
I mean, most farming is like seasons where the moon is, which is odd. I mean, I had a farmer, a guy that owned a seed company, and I was like, I'm having trouble with my corn, and he's like, this is crazy. Farmers will tell me they plant with the moon. So when it's full or whatever, third or whatever, what the almanac says, do. And I just thought, wow, which I think is, I have faith in the moon. I have faith in nature. I have faith in the sun.
I think your church should be called the Church of the Spoiled Turnip. The soiled turnip, not spoiled. You like turnips, right? Your vegetable of the day.
I've been growing them lately. Yeah. I mean, that is my vegetable of now, of January 2021. Um, uh,
Let's
I
see
think
what turnips.
I think what kind of rubs me the wrong way is calling it a church.
Because you still think that's based on religion.
Yeah,
Where it
I don't know.
really is, it's a congregation of thoughts and ideas and people.
Then why don't you just call it a congregation of thoughts and ideas of people?
Because I use the word car instead of mechanical thing that takes me places. It's just
Automotive.
efficiency of words. You should
Yeah,
understand, appreciate
uh,
that.
I am a big fan of efficiency of words. So, so how is your church? Are you guys meet every Sunday, or when do you meet?
Every Sunday we do kind of like a little, we do our church talk, we do our preaching on Facebook Live and my page, and just we're gonna have fun with it. We're gonna talk about things that you're not supposed to talk about. We're gonna get into some of the uncut areas, let's say.
Oh, really? More than that you and I speak about? We're,
Maybe similar, but just different perspective, I think.
yeah. All right, that's good. So what are you trying to look for converts? Are you asking me to be a convert?
Oh no, 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 not at all, not at all.
It's not a.
I was just curious if you preach, if you had your own church too, and
Oh.
we can do church things together. I don't have
um,
picnics. I don't know church.
yeah, potlucks. We have potlucks. I grew up Methodist, so yeah, we had lots of covered dish gatherings. So your thing is not evangelical, which means you're not going out to find followers, or are you trying to find followers? I mean, is the whole church idea to find followers?
Hmm, that's a good question, man.
Maybe next time we'll talk about that. I'm
I
Banks.
said, I'm Josh.
Odd places going
Viral.
viral.